of that. And I said it's difficult to know in French when to leave off the end of a word.
Oh, he's just said it depends. Like all things in French, Tim, it depends.
It depends.
Bruno, you're all...
It seems like attackers just continually are gagging to get into briefing room, and it never ends well for them. That's the fight at the minute on this top floor. It's like either side, get into briefing room and go from there. It's certainly going better for Wildcard than we've seen for others. Dash managing to get the kill onto Philippe.
The player is playing up on the close wall. Another player can step across and just get the pre-fire on it. Dash has just marched inside of sight. He's getting this one down, even with the frost coming in off the back of him as well. Shield is back up. Easy peasy. What more can you possibly want? They've lost a couple of players, though. I say that, Tim. We're down to a 3 versus 3 as Nade has started to turn the tide. But in a post plant with a shield up, this is going to be so hard to win.
Yeah, it's going to be difficult, but look, Nade's having a phenomenal tournament. I saw him get an unbelievable 1v3 clutch yesterday at the end of their first map. Brilliant stuff. And he continues on at the same pace today. Dash is really low health. That is a problem for the Monte.
It's all about bait.
Nade's going to get onto the diffuser here. They're going to go for the disable. Are they going to do this, Des? They're going to do it.
They can't. Can he see him? He can see him just in time. No! They got the disable even though he had eyes on the man that was... And so there's a little bit of transformation here. Thank you very much, medics. Or at least for now, they'll have it, Tim. But with the mirror window there, it will get dealt with eventually. Yet again, it's a 5v3, Tim. And the killing starts on the side of FURIA.
Yeah, JV's going to get pushed back out of briefing there. But Hertz actually goes in and retakes with the mirror. He's going to go for the challenge onto Spiker, but he loses it. That is a big moment for Wildcard. Baby Shark on the back. Then Wildcard are able to start taking ground. And just having a look now, he is dropping back, but he gets kill on his way. And this is why I say he's important, because he's now stopped them being able to push in through that door and support their teammates. Dash is getting aggressive though. Herds, he picks up Kansan. Good ground taken by Wildcard again, but the cost might just prove too high this time.
It's massive to get rid of Bay on the glass as well. That would have been one of their X factors as such. That's so close to killing. He's literally got 1 HP. If he got the kill off the back of that, it would have been absolutely massive. He's coming up below on the blue stairs.
Yeah, he's just moved around. He's dropped down red stairs, flanked underneath and come up the other side, and I'm not sure if they're going to be aware or not. I think KZ is. He's putting some fire canisters out that way. That's brilliant defending from KZ. JV picks up Dash, and that allows them now to focus on that brief inside. It's all up to Spiker. He's rotated again. This time, Wildcard, they've not been given any ground for free. They've kind of bounced back and forward. We've seen them push brief.
The prior round maybe less so, but I think more the use case of them has been phenomenal.
Yeah. So it's not the end of the world, but the Blitz is going to continue the march forward. Dash did this really well last time, was able to force Philippox back into briefing. He's done it, but he'll wish he hadn't done it. Because Philippox manages to hit him with the Nitro, but is going to be Zoto canistered out of it for now. We can see the freeze effect on the left of your screen there. Philippox has had a real round here. He's, stopped multiple breaches. He's got that pre-placed Nitro kill.
Deimos has, and Jackal? Made me laugh. Not quite sure he's quite yet there in the meta, I'd say, Tim. But tell you what, so close to getting a kill then on towards Herds, who I think through the animation was saved on that alone.
Herds has dropped back down to that bottom floor as well now. He's back into sight. JV92 going to pick up a second on the round. It's going to be Dash that he manages to find. So that's the Jackal gone as well. 4 versus 3 now as the breach continues to open up. And as I said, quite rightly, Wildcard have gone nowhere near that top floor. There is no verticality coming in from them. I think as time develops, we will see. Could choose to start doing so any second. I think they just want to make sure of where these remaining defenders are. Spiker is trying to choose his spot. He's got 8 seconds left to go. That kill might just signal. Yes, there we go. He starts to put the case down on the floor, and that's 2 seconds left. The cot will be extended as the plant is successful. Out comes the Nitro. Philippox can do nothing, and he's now got 3 to fight back against.
This is a big retake for him to win here, and I doubt he gets away with it. He'll try his best, but Spiker hitting his second head. Warden on the other side here sees a player and now is going in for a plant himself. Have they got enough cover for him here? Yes, they have, because Hertz has gone down and he stepped forward. They've got enough to watch the doors. They're all smoked off as well. As JV steps on forward and towards the right-hand side, maybe he gets himself caught out, but no. There's Dash coming off the diffuser, trying to get hold of him, but no, put down. And there we go. Kansan steps in. Baby Shark for another wonderful attack out of Wildcard. And they spin it right back on its head, Tim. A flawless round of their own.
Yeah, really like that attack from Wildcard. They're trying to react to that and filter back into sight where they can hear Dash planting. And Baby Shark, it's an easy pick.
They've also got ideas on how to attack it. If they have a good half here, Tim, and come out in a strong position, sure, not in a bad spot. And not feeling the need to rush either is probably the important part. You've got rid of the smoke. That's one of the latter round sort of like problems for you. They've now got rid of Dash on the Warden. So suddenly things like any flashes they've got become that little bit more potent. Mainly looking at Herds and KZ when I say that one. Certainly no complaints. Looking for another, and sure enough, JV's just a little bit too quick on the trigger. Baby Shark deleted. 2 kills fly back their Wildcard, keeping themselves in the conversation. FURIA are down to a 2 versus 2 team. They've lost 3 in a row.
Make that a 2 versus 1. Kansan doing Kansan things. Manages to find himself a double, bringing a little bit of flair to proceedings. 2v1, but Bait is low health. Nade does have a shield, so this is very, very winnable for Nade. Like I say, we've seen him as a clutch machine, but he's up against another one, and that's the problem.
Bathroom Herds, as you can see, holding the tight handle. Kansan, as you can see, is losing HP, though. It's not looking too good. Dash finding one for himself. Baby Shark into another Wildcard have held on brilliantly in this round.
Yeah, I think, you know, you've got Spiker to thank for this one with a well-placed Nitro coming through. I don't know if there was maybe a little bit of support from Baby Shark as well. He's got the ward and he was playing shoulder to shoulder with Spiker at the time, so will have been able to see through the smoke, maybe give a little bit of direction. But by dropping that diffuser inside a site, it's kind of left FURIA without a hope. They'd prepared everything for getting that plan on because there's a lot of pressure mounting from that bathroom and command side. KZ's going to work his way into briefing pretty soon. There we go, managing to get the kill onto Baby Shark. 5 versus 3 now. FURIA they're moving as a pack at the minute.
They are, which is quite a rare thing for them. I said they normally take large parts of the map control with different players in different locations, but here they are quite... It's more, I think, a product of the map. They have to be together. But look at that. Wildcard explode out. 2 kills coming to themselves. Almost a third. And it was almost a Blackbeard they got offline, Tim. But Dash, not quite sure what you're after there, buddy. Yeah. I won't lie.
I don't know why Dash has gone on the sprint at you. Like, he's seen the man go out of the window. He's done the damage. Like, just you know, take your wins, Bay. He's going to find 2 wins. Can he find a third? 2 versus 1 now. Spiker is in support as well. Philippe on that door. Bay with a triple. Carry on here. It shows how critical this area is to the strat overall. They don't want to give it up. JV92 manages to get Bay elsewhere, but Kansan does find one of his own onto Nade. It's, however, all going in the direction of FURIA. Philippe's clearing Dash out is big. 3 versus 2. Baby Shark taken down by Hertz.
Very nice.
JV92 with the last. Great execution there. Great collapse.
Then sit on site. It is completely pointless. And this is why Kansan has been so aggressive out around the map. He's just trying to run that clock down. We saw it from Dash a little bit in the last round when he was playing really aggressively in towards Blue Tower. Spiker getting one back onto Herds as well, equalizing things at 4 apiece here. FURIA got to go big in the last 60 seconds if they want to keep this game going.
Spiker's absolutely lethal from that position. He plays just outside of sight, and he's just a nightmare. Kansan manages to get one. Trade is there immediately from Philippox. We've seen the light screens deployed as well. He is playing around that door that I suggested he might onto site. The last time they went with smokes, this time they're going with that, mainly probably because the warden has been brought along and they'd seen it previously from Baby Shark, so it just gives them an option to avoid those problems, and it's also allowing them to block off a couple of doorways. Philippox manages to take down Bay. 3 versus 2. We've also got Baby Shark and Nade down at the same time, so effectively 1v2 here for Spiker. He's fighting all he can. He goes to the...
Given their domination over Daystar earlier, maybe there's something there for how well they'll play coming into the next stages. Here we go, Tim. Fast push coming in, but Kansan already going down here to JV. That's not too great for them. In to try and look for the plant, but can't quite find it. I think, in fact, he was just going in for the shield because it's not the site, Tim. But it's about to get... That is such a common execute that I was like, oh, they're executing here. They're absolutely not. They just wanted to give the Glaz room to get in and make use of the gun there, and it did work. Mine there with the shield, which just moved it out of the way, and Spiker, so hot on the trigger, has just caught his man at the exact right moment. That is the danger of leaning too hard on these shields, and Spiker is going big in just the round they need him. He's already found himself 2, could look to make it a third as Philippox has got to save the round for his team. 3 more to find on this Glaz, and that feels like a tall order.
1v3 incoming, 54 seconds left to go. That's what the FURIA fans will be hoping, but I'm not sure they're going to get it, if I'm honest. He's now taking fire. They know exactly where he is. It's that man again. Triple at the end. Huge finish from Spiker. What's that, Des? What's the big problem?
The shit tons of grinding down and just... No, I'm not going to go there, actually. Forget about that one. That's probably a little bit too adult.
I think sometimes Hibana can feel like a really aggressive choice as well, and it's... you know, you kind of got to be going, taking fights, but not always the case. There's a fight missed there. Kansan does pick up Herds, though, and is just continuing on inside of sight here, being challenged. He's gone to the pistol against the shield. He's put some damage in. Baby Shark manages to finalise the kill. Kansan just will not be stopped, and FURIA have tried aggressively to get into this jacuzzi side of things, and so far it's not really paid off.
They're being bullied, Tim.
No, I think he's not sure. He knows there's somebody around this area. He's going to take the fight and win it. Good pickup. Bay does do a little bit of damage in return, though, so not high.
Here is JV in particular, who's dug him. You got Nade still working his way through Garage, but they're going to run out of time here, Tim. They've really got to move quick.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to get this done. They've got to go through the barbed wire as well.
Oh!
Challenge comes in. Nade gets dashed, but Spiker elsewhere. Again, just getting those solid backline kills for his team. It's a double at the end of the round to close it out. His way through. He's got support from Nade as well, both pushing across that top floor. They've actually been able to take that quite quickly, but they are going to now meet a little bit of a roadblock. Dash goes around the corner, not really ready for the fight there. It was like he thought there could be somebody in position. They've also lost the clash as well. Kansan's in position here to find himself out of this round pretty quickly, unless he scurries to safety, which he does. But Spiker taken out of Catwalk, and whatever Wildcard had set up, it has not worked.
I can't really discern exactly what happened.
Elsewhere, that's the Wamai off the line. Couple of magnets lost as well that will have generated later in the round. Hertz picks up Spiker, and it's starting to look a little bit more difficult for Wildcard.
I love the absolute confidence that especially Hertz put the whole team have played with in this round. Very commonly, you have to get control of Cash CC first and then be able to play on the balcony. But he has basically started the round on that balcony, fully trusting that KZ, or JV, sorry, would have the angle and be able to make sure no one could push onto him. He's got 3 kills on that south balcony before he's finally been stopped. But the round is over because yet again, Kansan is left in a 1vx that he simply cannot win. A dominant round for...
Looking that little bit different, so yeah, I think
a very, very light scratch and no serious damage coming on through. At the same time, Casey starts his march on forwards in towards Generator. Right sort of idea. Nade finding Spiker, down goes the Goyo. Things all even at 4 apiece to him, but there's not a lot of time to work with.
Nade manages to get another, and the kills start coming as they flood into sight here. FURIA just looking for one after another and finding them. JV with the latest of those. Nade is going to be in position to start putting that diffuser down, and he has to start fighting back on the score. Pass manages to get one. That's now a 1v3, becomes a 1v2. Still got Nade and JV to find. His problem is that they are now both established post-plant. I would like to have seen one of them try and get upstairs, to be honest. JV is at the main stairs and hold on to that diffuser from above, but I don't think it's going to be the end of the world. Bay steps out. JV finds the kill. Yeah, I'm 1 minute 15 left to go. I'm a little bit concerned for FURIA here. They're very much all crowded around this breach. That's absolutely crazy. Kansan's going to take Relipox down. Herds manages to get one, but Wildcard are standing up to this. And I'm just not sure that FURIA have done enough, but KC has got up to the top of Red Stairs. Now joined by JV92, could be problematic, but no. They've been able to hold on to it. And FURIA just haven't done enough work here, Des, realistically. They've tried to just go straight on into sight. No, look at the contrast compared to last time they attacked that side. No pressure. Opening kill comes in. Dash takes a lot of damage on the smoke, but does manage to take down the sledge. Baby Shark with a nice nitro onto Nade, and things might just be turning for Wildcard.
Yeah, phenomenal C4, because look at what they got as well. It's the why? Wildcard looks like they'll get 3-3, Tim. Though is 3-3 going to be enough to hold on?
Epox just slides around the corner and manages to pick up a nice kill, but he's going to be traded out pretty much immediately by Baby Shark. So that's going to keep the advantage at 3 men for Wildcard. We go from a 5v2 to a 4v1. FURIA looking to JV92 now to do everything. He does manage to pick up Baby Shark, but takes so much damage.
Window's not even open, so again, more information going away. Does he know about the man laid down in front of his face? I don't think he does. Moves over towards Jim instead here, hoping to get anything, but again, top teams won't give you the opportunity. It's all too easy for Spiker. Gets his final kill.
FURIA, we're going to have more of a lead than this, but I still think it will be in... maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they'll go somewhere else. Maybe they'll go to the army or something to help them. Mirror, always a good shout as well for FURIA to focus on.
Yeah, Her's doing what he can to try and keep this wall patched up, but it is inevitably going to be opened up, which is why having Nade nearby is going to be useful here. But Dash just takes his skull clean off his shoulders. What a shot.
Absolutely beautiful stuff. Spiker gets in on the action as well, and FURIA fans might just be starting to get a little bit worried here. This is their primary site choice, and Wildcard are about to win the attack. It's 5 versus 2, and at the minute, FURIA can only get 1 kill. Nade was the only one to pick one up.
Yes, and again, the more time you can waste up here, the better, but they are going to force him out at some point. You can see they're making great use of the air jabs to try and push him back, but he steps out and gets Kansan. knowing the Monty is only there for information and isn't a threat at present because of the fire and the barbed wire in front of him. They need a little bit of help here. Baby Shark's going to try his best, but Nade also puts him into the grave. Dash going low. Spiker, of course, he steps up and gets one back, but Tim, it has absolutely crumbled here for Wildcard.
Yeah, just an inability to deal with Catwalk. I think with Capitao off the board and not enough nades there. Wall, even have a little jump out of a window if he needs to. Jacuzzi Wall is going to get opened up, ready immediately for the fight. Love that from Bay. Just absolutely prepared to pounce and does so.
What I love there is very commonly you'll see a player rappelling over the edge of the balcony, and that's what he was looking for, the Bandit, when he was stepping out for a gunfight. Didn't think that we'd see the Thermite there being ready on one side of the breach, because normally they'd rappel up to the roof and get out of the way. So really smart by Bay to kind of play the mind games at the back of that one. Gets himself a double in the round. Baby Shark is down, not quite recoverable, as Nade has done the work there to finish him off. It's a 4v2, but that clash is still standing, Tim.
Dash manages to pick up Herds in the trade there after Kansan was taken out. 1 versus 3 now.
Oh boy.
Gets the first. Can he do 2 more? Diffuser is going down. Real reason why they have to go for the kill, but they're going to try.
They see him on the camera inside the site. They know that he's here, and he hits the one as well. You can't be letting this one happen, guys. This is where those evil eyes come into effect, but no. Bay rounds main, finds his...
I think really, you know, Spiker, stay on the plant there for me. Stay on the
siege for Leapox holding the window. Shields in place, so here we go. One coming on towards the other window, one coming towards construction door. This is that overwhelming nature that I keep on speaking about Wildcard. The pressure, it feels like you've got 10 players coming at you, Tim. They're just rolling over FURIA yet again. It's 4v2 with Bay on his backside. He'll get picked up here nice and quick. Alicia AV steps across and gets rid of one as Bay, I thought was in a spot there maybe to get his way back up and out with the rest of his team. It's now to look at them. They're pushing so aggressive here, Tim. But is Nade ready? Yes, he is. Finds one. Gets the second as well. It was looking so good for a second, but is it now crumbling before Wildcard's eyes?
Nade is so good, and he's sat on top of the diffuser as well, by the way. Let's not forget. Maybe I need a Nade jersey as well. He's been absolutely brilliant throughout this tournament. They're going to take the damage from the Denari. JV manages to pick up Kansan, and Wildcard are going to be left wondering how on earth they have not won this round. It was such a great start to it for them, and now they've ended up in this position. The flash misses, I think. Nade is just going to run away. He's going to leave the fight to JV, who's got himself in behind the boxes. There you go, close down. That was really good from FURIA, particularly Nade. So will do. He's just going to be peeking that door. Nitro goes out. A lot of pressure towards top red stars. Stairs from Dash. Bay manages to find the first kill onto Herds. And here they go. Wildcard overwhelming again, but don't get ahead of yourself. Dash tries to chase down the clash and backs off this time. Doesn't want to overextend and give Felipox that chance. There is an opportunity to think about getting the diffuser down here, given that they've got them pinned on top red. Doesn't look like they're going to go for it for the time being, though. Kansan on the swing, manages to get the double, and that is going to be Wildcard getting themselves on.
Absolutely. They got the Cash CC extension broken, but they're still down a player, and Dash is dangerously low at this point, Tim. And now they've lost Bay. It could well be an OT game coming our way as Herds hits the double. They can just sit back in sight now, Tim. Behind the Clash Shield, very, very happy that they know Wildcard haven't got enough to be able to get this one over the line. It's going to require something really special from Kansan or Spiker, I expect, to see this one done.
FURIA will have had the choice of sides for overtime. It is worth remembering. 25 seconds left to go in this round. We're going to continue to see those bees fired in. FURIA have been forced all the way back deep into sight. There might actually just be a little bit of space to be found here. Hatch is open, but no, Felipox on a big double. FURIA fight their way back out. 7 seconds left to go. Spiker, no choice but to try and go for the kills. They deal with Baby Shark. These fights are going to be particularly important. I think Wildcard really need to make sure that they don't overstay their welcome. Bay manages to get one. Ooh. Baby Shark! Unbelievable play! Takes down 2, including the Blackbeard! Fantastic. And Herds got it all to do. They've got a minute left. They've got utility that they need. It looks like it's going to be a
that is so good.
It really is. He's just going to stand right on top of there, waiting for the impact nade to come up. It does, and he gets the kill.
Half my life for it, but I'll get us a kill at the very least. Here we go then. Stepping on forward as a flash comes on through. Herds has got his whole way up, but Kansan steps out for one. He ain't having none of that nonsense. JV, they're going to hear him drop in now. Knows that it should lead to a swing. It's not quite going to come on through. Looking for one player in the last 10 seconds or so. JV removes one. Where are the last 2? Behind you is the answer. It's like a pantomime, Tim.
Just come creeping back down towards Lounge, so it's going to be pretty easy for Wildcard to just go in and take this top floor. As I say that, Casey's ratting his way up the main stairs. Take his time to start getting those reinforcements.
They know that Kansas pushing on through, and they just don't know, Tim.
Nah, they don't.
That's the second kill this round, which drones could have very easily prevented. You've got the Deimos on side to help with this kind of thing, but the track was on the wrong player, and they paid the price. It feels like...
which we have seen used to success previously in this matchup, so definitely a good idea to try and keep that close. Herd steps around, gets himself another in the round onto Spiker. It's all falling apart and could be flawless for FURIA here. Dash does prevent that, but I don't think he's going to prevent much more, to be honest. He's now got Nid chasing him down. JV gets the kill.
Good idea to stop them dodging away from nades because they're slowed down while inside those tracks. They take damage too, but look who's underneath inside of Oil. Here comes Herds from one side, and he gets rid of Baby Shot. The smoke gone.
That's a great position for Herds to take up. Doesn't manage to shoot out the Nitro and was maybe a little bit too focused on it. Kansan takes the opportunity to step out and level things up 4v4. Spiker's done a great job of holding on to that catwalk. Is Dash going to have an opportunity to get involved in this from Oil Pit? Don't forget, Spiker manages to find his man. Wildcard, they might have just taken a big step towards getting this one done in two, but no, KZ, he takes a step of his own. Spiker cleared off catwalk, but only 30 seconds left to go. FURIA almost have what they need, but Dash up through the vent. He finds the kill.
That is magic, and now they're hunting him down, but he's got a second. He's had a quiet game, but this is where Dash needed to go big, and he has delivered. Nade, the last one left against 3 with 15 seconds to play. There's only one way this ends, and it's in a wildcard 2-0 here. What a win for the North American side. They get all 4 points. They finish top of the group, and FURIA have got some work to do coming into playoffs, Tim, as they'll start out in round 1 of the upper bracket.
Wildcard with that bye in the upper bracket will now be just one win away